going on, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of Cyberspaces. Before we begin, I want to give some context into today's spaces. So, the cryptocurrency industry has achieved more mainstream traction post pandemic than it has ever done in history. And one way digital currencies are fast gaining acceptance is by leveraging the esports industry. Major names like Crypto.com and Bybit are only making their way into physical sports. They're also establishing the long term partnerships with big names in the esports industry, such as Twitch. On November 16th, Crypto.com secured naming rights to LA Lakers' home ground, overseeing the playing grounds name change to Crypto.com Arena. 2 weeks prior, the same Crypto.com inked a deal with esports tournament series Twitch Rivals. The owner and organizer of Twitch Rivals, Twitch, remains one of the most important names in the esports industry. The video game the video game live streaming service commands more than 140 million monthly active users, considering the massive audience esports boasts of and also its young demographics. It's not difficult to see the appeal the industry holds for many crypto outfits. Um, so going into Web3, cryptocurrency, and gaming. In your
hmm
guys' opinion, where does Web3 gaming go from here?
It's going up, man. This is what gaming has needed for years. This is what gaming needed when, when the internet came to be, pretty much. Um, so I think games are gonna, utilizing a lot of these Web3 technologies such as cryptocurrencies and NFTs for reward systems. To give an example, EV.io. Um, if you own one of their NFTs, you're able to collect Solana per kill. And I played the game over the weekend and just put some casual time in it, and I earned like $15 that weekend, and I earned $25 throughout the week. And I was just casually playing EV.io, and I got the reward for the token because I owned one of their NFTs. Um, I think we're going to start seeing a lot more things like that. I know Jeff has a lot to say on this subject as well.
So the one thing that we're going to see a shift of is what gamification actually means to the community with the NFTs. So like a big thing right now is a lot of the gamification of NFTs is based around DeFi strategies. And these DeFi strategies are what gamers are turned off by. Like I don't want to play a game, put my NFT in this game and have to wait a day or I'm not doing anything but staking my NFT. That is like that's not a game. That is that's not a game. That is just a staking platform that acts as a game. The reality is gaming is going to like evolve with this scene to now where we can already expect it in your wallet that will be connected. Maybe it'll be a game wallet that these developers own, and you'll have your skins. These skins will be able to be traded amongst everybody, and it'll be all on a ledger. This is going to greatly help the whole scene and expand a lot. Because at the end of the day, like some people have time, some people have money, and some people don't. Like there's a big group of triangle there, and you have to appease all of them. And some people will put the time in to grind these skins, and some people will buy the skins because they don't have the time; they have the money. The cool thing about all this is that it can be done by the community, and it's not done by us. It's just done by the community doing all of it, comparable to where it is today, where it's real centralized, where they're selling you the things and you can't take it anywhere or do anything with it. And a conversation Stolte had and he would say that he spent some money on Fortnite skins, and what if he could sell those skins to go to Call of Duty, or vice versa? I want to sell my skins in Call of Duty to go to Fortnite. You can't do that today, but in a
Or
few.
just give a skin away. Like, what if I have 20 skins in Fortnite and I have a friend I want to play Fortnite with, and he gets in, he doesn't have any skins. I have, 19 of them that I never use. I could give him one of those skins, and then he'd have a skin and feel more part of the game as well.
Correct. Yeah, I would love to be able to do that. Like to some of my friends, you can't do that. Like you just can't do that the way it is. In some aspect, you can, depending on the platform, but it's not universally used in gaming.
It seems like we're going to be seeing a lot more digital currencies within gaming. Grand Theft Auto announced that they could be rewarding players with cryptocurrencies. Um, do you guys think that this is sort of the beginning of seeing more digital assets within video games?
I I think so, and I believe that we already see digital assets in video games. They are art, they are assets, they are part of the games. Now it's just the difference here from Web 2 to Web 3 is we get the chance to own part of that and trade part of it. And that's the key difference here is like in Web 2, we didn't get to ownership of any of it. It was licensed to us. As we move to Web 3, it's ownered. We own it. So that's a big difference. Now with the cryptocurrency stuff, you're definitely going to start seeing people get paid for their time in video games because of how much time people spend in these worlds.
Right.
I see some new faces here in our cyberspaces. So for the audience, can you guys explain how Cyberlete is positioned to be at the forefront of this industry?
Yeah. Um, so the big thing coming into this is we're building on, Constellation Network. This is the network that's combining blockchain technology, the network that's scaling. Um, this is what's going to allow companies to, do cool things like we're doing with limited transaction fees, near zero. Um, so we're starting with Constellation. That's a good start. We also, we spend a lot of time doing our homework and building, and so coming into the market, we already have, a well-built anti-cheat system, and that's, a huge thing to come into the market ready to go. We got the app. Yeah.
To add to that is like we have these products that are done, they're releasing in the future here as we going into beta test and etc. And it's pretty cool to come out into the field with product instead of just not having that product ready. In the future too, like we've been discussing in previous conversations, that as you're using our app, it's going to help us train our anti-cheat, and that data will be rewarding you in LEET token, which is just really cool. And that's a thing we'll try to do indefinitely.
Yeah, and if you guys want to join us for game nights, you can join us in the Cyberlete Discord, where we host game nights every single week. The community is growing. We're starting to see more and more people join us um, for community game nights. So make sure you guys check out the Cyberlete Discord for that. Um, any progress updates you guys want to give the audience?
Yeah, I do. Um, so this next week we'll have our beta UI UX up and running, and we're gonna release this to people who participate in our game night. It's gonna be a private onboarding. We're just, we wanted a limited amount of users to really test this out first, and so if anyone's interested in checking our app out, come play some video games with us on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Central. Usually about an hour to 2 hours long. We play random games. Some of them are funny games like Pictionary. Some are like a little bit more sweaty, FPS player game, and we play all sorts of different games. So come by Wednesday night, check out game night, and check out our app.
Perfect. Tsunami, is there anything you want to add to that?
I would like to say that we built a Dust to nostalgia community thing for EV.io, a map that we're like essentially will be released for everybody to play on. Just a big nostalgia thing. There's a video on EV.io. You can go and look at it on their Twitter. Might have been shared, but that's a pretty cool thing for Salty and I to do. We're big old OG Counter-Strike players, and to be able to port a map into a game that is so nostalgia is cool. It's really cool. Just wanted to make sure you guys knew about that.
Maybe you guys can touch on this a little bit for the um, people who are joining us for the first time, why this is so important to feed this data, this gaming data, into the AI.
Because so far, the gaming data that the system has is mine, Jeff's, and a few other people. Um, and everyone plays differently. If you were to compare, your data to a professional gamer's data, you'd see quite a bit difference in the mouse velocity, the shapes it's moving in, and patterns and such. Um, so this really helps us identify a larger. The more data we can feed it, the stronger it the anti-cheat becomes, because it knows what human is versus non-human.
Sunam, do you want to add anything to that?
I think he said it pretty well. I could just reinforce what he said. As more users become a part of the platform and use our application, the better our AI ML learns and finds these little the things it needs to find and learn about to keep us all safe on our network. Pretty much, the way I would explain it is that we look at it like a casino where we're watching you play the game, and that's kind of the way I look at it. And we find algorithms that let us know if you're human or not.
Perfect. And the main difference between their anti-cheat software and other anti-cheats is the other anti-cheats typically just look for other softwares within the computer system. But what Cyberlete has done is they detect human behavior. And that's why when we go into that beta testing phase and they gather all of this data and feed it into the AI, that's one of the reasons why it's so important to keep feeding the machine. Um, but yeah, I mean, that's kind of all I have for today. If there's anything else you guys want to add, also, we do have these Discord AMAs where we do um, dive deeper and have deeper conversations. So make sure you guys check that out. But if there's anything else you guys want to add before we wrap this up.
No, not really. Just hope to see you next Wednesday or even this Wednesday on game night. We're not going to release the app this tomorrow or this week, but we will release it next Wednesday. So hope to see you guys on our game nights and have a good day.
Yeah, can't wait.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yep. Ciao. Hope everybody has a good day.
Ciao.